Howdy friends and family, thanks so much for joining me. This is week 7, day 3 in the series I'm doing with Christ Memorial Lutheran Church about knowing God, and this week we are talking about how God heals. And last time I talked about what causes illness and then the name for God that has to do with healing, which is Yahweh Rapha or Jehovah Rapha, the God who heals and restores. And today I want to talk about earthly healing. And first I want to say that I call it earthly healing because physical healing usually refers to our bodies. You have cancer and God heals it, that sort of thing. Whereas earthly healing can also include mental healing, which I think is important to include in this discussion. And I want to talk about 3 different points. And the first one is that God can heal our earthly illnesses, either physical or mental. He can heal both of them. And there are differing levels of illness. You can go from a cold to cancer. You can have just isolated anxiety about a certain moment in time, or you can have clinical anxiety where you have to maybe take a medicine or something for it. But no matter what it is, God can heal it. Jeremiah 17:14 says, "Heal me, O Lord, and I will be healed. Save me, and I will be saved. For you are the one I praise." Jeremiah has full faith and confidence in God, knowing that God can heal him. He says, "Heal me, and I will be healed." He trusts God to heal him. But not only do we have people claiming and saying they know God can heal them, but we talked about in the first video in John 9, God actually does heal a man who is blind, and he restores his sight. So God can heal whatever illness you're facing. God can heal it. And this healing may not look like what you're used to. It can be that God fully takes away the illness. He completely restores someone to perfect physical health, taking away the cancer or the blindness. But it can also be providing a way to deal with that illness. If it's maybe a mental health illness, he might provide a medicine, or he might provide ways of dealing with it. And that can be a form of healing as well, to restore you to a sort of healed state. Death can also be a form of healing. We often don't see it this way, but through death, God removes any physical or mental ailment that a person may ever have forever. And they get to spend the rest of eternity with Jesus Christ. Now, that can be very sad for us as we no longer spend time with them, but this can be seen as a form of healing in that he has taken away all pain from them. So God can heal. Secondly, I want to talk about how God knows best. God can heal, but he doesn't always heal. Paul had a thorn in his side that he begged God continuously to take away, and 2 Corinthians 12 says that God didn't take it away. God does not always heal, and this is because God knows best. 1 Corinthians 1:25 says, "For the foolishness of God is wiser than man's wisdom, and the weakness of God is stronger than man's strength." God knows what's best. His wisdom is even better than ours, and he knows when a sickness or illness will cause more people to come to know him than a healing would. The last thing I want to share about God's healing is that one day we will all be healed. All sickness and illness will go away, and that is where our memory verse for this week comes in. Revelation 21:3-4 says, "And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Now the dwelling of God is with men, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away.'" God will one day wipe away every pain and tear when he brings us all back to heaven. And so right now, God can heal. He can heal whatever illness you're facing. But whether he does or not, trust him to know what's best, and trust that he will do what is good for all believers. And remember that one day all pain will be gone. If you're memorizing that verse, keep working on it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.